Hey guys, what's up? Shadowland's back from another video. Today I'm going to be doing a very heavily requested video. We had a ton of people asking for this on the Facebook group when I put up the voting thing last week, so without any further ado, I present to you top 10 guns that need to be in combat arms. Now, a lot of these are taken from Battlefield or Call of Duty, but it's from my experience using these weapons in other games that I know how they work, and I think they should be in combat arms because they would be not only a good fit, but they would be something very interesting to use. So also a note, all statistics that I give on any of these weapons are on the old scale in combat arms out of 100. Most of us remember it better than the new confusing one. And a second note, a lot of these guns that are from Battlefield or COD have been modified and balanced, so if I got them from another game, I'm going to mention some things that may or may not be true of the gun in real life or from other games that you may know them from, but they're more balanced to be in combat arms and just do a better job here. So, coming in 10th place, we have the Magpul Masada. It's an assault rifle. It's an ACR SCAR-like recoil pattern that I'm picturing for this thing, a fairly high rate of fire like an M4A1 uncustomized, somewhere around 74, burst and full auto modes, 30 shots per magazine, a scope, a silencer, and magazine for attachments, high damage, decent damage drop-off, average accuracy, similar to the ACR when you're unscoped and spraying, lower than average portability. It would be an NX standard. In 9th place, we have the SG553. This is an assault rifle or sniper rifle, however you really want to think of it. It's kind of a cross hybrid. I got this idea from the Counter-Strike series. It's an MP5 Ross recoil pattern, but I want it in combat arms to be an assault rifle. So if you know the recoil pattern of the Ross, how it bounces around a bit more than some other weapons, and the particular pattern it bounces around in, that's what I'm thinking about. I would give it a super high rate of fire for an assault rifle. It would have single and full auto fire so that you could aim those shots very carefully. It would have a pre-attached ACOG scope with no magazine attachment. Silencers, however, would be allowed. It'd be fairly low damage, average assault rifle damage drop-off like an M4A1. It'd be an NX standard, 30 shots per mag, and very high portability is what I'm picturing. Next up, in 8th place, we have the M95. It's a sniper rifle from Battlefield series. It's a one-shot kill all the time, little to no damage drop-off, like Andromalius level damage drop-off, just always a one-shot kill. I'd give it average reload and draw speed, similar to an L96A1, just the regular GP one. Give it the musket scope, however. No silencers, magazines only. It'd be fully automatic, similar to the M107, slower fire rate, but is technically fully automatic. You can hold down the mouse and it will just keep firing. 10 shots per mag, average portability, very, very fast spread recovery, just under Tango level spread recovery. However, it would be an NX rare. Next up, we have the Keltec RFB. This is an assault rifle. Same company that makes the Keltec KSG, the shotgun, but this is an assault rifle. It's similar to an AUG A3 recoil pattern. However, it has super high accuracy and slightly higher than average recoil. The sniper scope would be something like an L96A1. I wanted to have a sniper scope despite being an assault rifle, so it's similar to the M417 SB or the Rec 7. It would have a silencer attached to it, 20 shots per magazine, so it's lower on the shot size, fast reload, and average draw speed. No magazine attachments, average portability, and kind of a Groza rate of fire. Slower than average, so you have to aim your shots. Very skill-based weapon. It'd be an NX standard weapon, very nice to use. Next up, we have the Bar. This is a World War II weapon. It's an assault rifle, although a lot of people consider it a machine gun. However, in combat arms, I think it should be an assault rifle, and here's why. Similar to the original Call of Duty series, if you guys ever played those. Very, very high damage, similar to the AK series. Terrible damage drop-off. 50 shots per magazine, no magazine or silencer, only scopes. AK-47 fire rate, relatively low recoil for an assault rifle, super long recoil, average draw speed, very fast spread recovery, lower than average recoil. It would be a GP rare. Next up, we have the MX4 Storm. This is an SMG style weapon made by the same company that makes, guess what, the CX4 Storm. So without any further ado, it'd have a very high rate of fire of like 92-ish, very high damage of about 38 for an SMG, and very high portability at about 91. It would have average reload and very fast draw speed, however only 20 shots per magazine. The scope and silencers would be allowed, but no magazine attachments. It'd have worse than average damage drop-off, but mag pull accuracy to offset that, and the diagonal recoil would be similar to an SR2 Varesk. This would be an NX rare. Next up, we have the PDWR SMG. It's a low damage, 34 damage SMG, but it would have great damage drop-off, like right up there with the P90TR. It'd have scopes only, so no magazines, no suppressors. Crazy fast fire rates at like 93. This gun is just meant to just vomit bullets. It had P90 style recoil, so very low recoil. It has slower than average draw speed, and just kind of average-ish reload rate. It have lower accuracy, something more like a Scorpion, and average portability with 30 shots per mag. It'd be a GP rare. Now, from the Modern Warfare 3 Call of Duty game, the FAD, the FAD, it'd be an assault rifle. Super high damage, around 46, so sort of like a G36 if you want to think of it like that. Low damage drop-off, so it's going to be doing a ton of damage at longer ranges, and just kind of average accuracy. So imagine having a high damage weapon like the G36 without having the super high accuracy. So average accuracy would only be about 83, so something more like an M416 when it's uncustomized. It'd have higher recoil, but the pattern for the recoil would be like the M416 CQB. So imagine an M416 CQB recoil pattern, and then it just jumps up faster. It jumps more. It'd have a lower than average fire rate and be full auto only. No silencer, only magazines, and pre-attached low magnification XM25 scope. So if you guys know the M200 and you guys have seen the XM25 CDTE grenade launcher thing, whatever, give it a super low magnification scope. Like, it doesn't even zoom in that much, but it has an M200 scope. It'd be kind of interesting. I think it'd be nice to have on an assault rifle. It'd have very slow spread recovery, sort of like an AK-47, 20 shots per magazine, and it'd have just kind of an average reload and slower draw speed. I'm thinking of it being an NX standard. It's just kind of like a complete hit or miss weapon, so you're either going to do really well with it with the couple of things it's got, like the very high damage and just the interesting kind of fire rate, tap firing stuff, or you're going to do terribly with it. In next place, we have the R700. It's a sniper rifle. I'm giving it SV98 damage and damage drop-off, so you're going to have occasional tanks. It'd have Tango level spread recovery with super fast draw speed and reload. Just a 5-round magazine and an M107 variable scope. So I'm picturing something like a Tango or an SV98 with a variable scope like the M107 has. It'd have average portability and average fire rate, but give it 100% accuracy. Just make it a GP standard, so it's kind of like a Tango, except with actual 100% accuracy and a variable scope. So a little like a TRGSE that's not quite so overpowered in terms of damage. Now, first place, and this weapon, it's kind of a joke, it's kind of serious. I would like to see it, but I think it would be kind of completely broken. This is the #1 weapon called the Scavenger. It's a sniper rifle. I want to give it an F2000 scope. If you guys don't know, it actually has the same internal mechanisms as an F2000, so why not give it the F2000 scope, which I know is on assault rifles, but let's put it on a sniper rifle for a second. Then give it 100 damage, but MSR damage drop-off, so at maximum range, it's not really going to be doing like tons and tons of damage. It has 5 rounds per magazine, incredibly fast draw rate. Like, we're talking faster than SIG 50 draw rate, even faster than L11 Ghillie. It'll have an integrated silencer, and extended magazines will be allowed. It'll have just average portability and average fire rate, so a little higher than an L9 but lower than a TPG series weapon, so I'm talking like 14 or 15. It'll have an average reload rate, so it's not going to be like L115A3 Ghillie reload rate, like 1/10 of a second reload, but it's going to be kind of average on that. It's going to have super high accuracy and super fast spread recovery. I actually have a statistic in mind for this. I want the accuracy to be 97. I want it to have Tango level spread recovery and just about 97 accuracy, so it's sort of like a DSR, where on average it will miss a couple of shots here and there. But this weapon, I did intend to be an NX rare. It does sound incredibly overpowered for a reason. I don't want it to be a mythic. I do want it to be an NX rare. It's an interesting weapon to have. I think it would be a ton of fun to play with and give people incentive to look for a new weapon to get out of the crate. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Leave your own ideas for weapons that need to be in Combat Arms below, and I will get to all of them in my next video. Shadowlance out.